And so they rejected him. He cannot be the Messiah because he's a bastard. And then when the son of Mary began to denounce them, among other things, for their riba. I can't explain to you now, it would take too much time. It's not the lending of money on interest, it's another form of riba. The Americans have a beautiful expression for this form of riba. They call it a rip-off. Rip-off. In the exchange of money. He denounced them. He caught them in the temple itself, the masjid, engaged in riba. He cursed them. He turned over their tables. He threw them out of the masjid. He declared, you've taken the house of Allah and you've transformed it into a den of thieves. Today the modern world will say, he's a terrorist. Yes, that is their polluted thinking. They decided this man must die. They held a kangaroo court and they sentenced him to death. And then they forced the hand of a reluctant Roman government to crucify. And then they saw him die on the cross. Before their very eyes, they saw him die. When they saw him die on the cross, now it was as plain and as clear as daylight. He could not have been the Messiah. What? He's dead. But he didn't rule the world from Jerusalem with a rule which is eternal. And so now they boasted. This is in the Quran, and therefore I have the right to quote it. They boasted. We have killed him, the son of Mary, the Messiah. Of course this is sarcasm because they rejected him. The messenger of Allah. وَقَوْلِهِمْ إِنَّا قَتَلْنَا الْمَسِيحَ عِيسَى ابْنَ مَرْيَمَ رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. This is the word of Allah in the Quran. So you can't sue me. We've killed him. Therefore he could not have been the Messiah. And so they're now waiting for the Messiah to come. Can't live in New York and not know that. What they did not know, and no one knew until the Quran was revealed, no one knew, was that no, they did not kill him. No, they did not crucify him. Allah made it appear unto them that this is what happened. What is the explanation of what happened on the cross? It is here in this book. I don't have the time to give it to you. And then Allah raised him unto himself. So he did not experience what is known as maut. When Allah takes the soul and does not return it, then that is called maut. Allah raised him without his experiencing maut. But Allah says in the Quran, كُلُّ نَفْسٍ ذَائِقَةُ الْمَوْتِ. Every soul must taste maut. Every soul must die. And therefore he has to return one day. Yes, the son of Mary is coming back. The most powerful voice in all of history to prophesy the return of Jesus, alayhi salam, is the voice of Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He's given us detailed information concerning the event of the return, on the basis of which it is possible for me to make a calculated guess and to arrive at a figure that he is going to return perhaps within the next 50 years. But they didn't know that. So they're waiting for the Messiah to come. When he comes back, this is precisely what he's going to do. The Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, he's going to go to Jerusalem. Jerusalem. And in Jerusalem he would be Hakimun Adil, a ruler, ruling the world from Jerusalem with justice. And that would be a rule which would be eternal. And that would therefore be the end of history in the sense that there's nothing to come after that to replace it. And so they are back. They're there in Jerusalem and they're waiting for the Messiah to come. Because this could not have been the Messiah, he's dead. The Quran now takes up this story from here. And what follows now, the second part of this lecture, is the more important part for you. Because in this second part of the lecture, you're getting an Islamic view of the destiny of Jerusalem that even the Security Council of the UN doesn't know about. First of all, Allah expels them from the Holy Land. The first time it was the Babylonian army, worshipping the sun and the moon and the stars. This time it's the Roman army, worshipping a goddess named Venus, and a god named Zeus, and a god named Mars. They are expelled from the Holy Land, but this expulsion differs from the previous one. This time Allah says in Surah Al-A'raf, وَقَطَّعْنَاهُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ أُمَمٍ. We broke them up into bits and pieces and scattered them everywhere. And so Jews in Argentina and Jews in China, and Jews in Egypt and Jews in Russia and Jews in Yemen and Jews in Iraq and Jews in Iran and Jews in Morocco. This is divine punishment. But the rabbi says this was the divine wisdom, so that the truth could reach all of mankind. وَقَطْعَنَاهُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ أُمَمٍ. We broke them up into bits and pieces and scattered them everywhere. The second thing that Allah says is that He is a God of mercy and compassion. And so even though they committed this vilest of all deeds in attempting to crucify the Messenger of Allah, and even though they had killed Zakaria alayhi salam in the masjid itself, and even though Yahya alayhi salam was beheaded, the killing of the prophets, yet he says, Asa Rabbukum an yarhamakum. It is still possible that your Lord can forgive you. It is still possible that your Lord can have mercy on you. There is only one door to mercy. What is it? At the end of Surah Al-A'raf, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala informs us of the door to mercy for Banu Israel. He says, those who follow the messenger, who will be Al-Ummi, Nabi Al-Ummi, meaning the prophet who could not read and write, and also meaning the prophet who is not a Jew, he is a Gentile. Those who follow that prophet, whom they will find mentioned in the Torah as well as in the Gospel.